Hello everybody, it's me, Paul Luis, and I just want to wish everybody a happy Spooktober, or happy early Halloween. And I would also like to start this video off with one little thingy, and that is I want to wish an early happy birthday to D Knight, who I love his channel, and I'm kind of good friends with him, I don't know. But anyway, so basically his birthday is, believe it or not, Halloween, which I find awesome. So yeah, but I just wanted to give a little happy early birthday to D Knight. So yeah, but anyway, what we're going to talk about today and what this video is. This video is about a dream I've had since I was 9 years old. And I can say that my dream has officially come true. I have a freaking ragdoll good guy now, which is from the tots, of course. And alright, so let me explain. This is, of course, the tots good guy, like I just said a few seconds ago. But now I've modified it, and now he's a full ragdoll, like everything, like just completely, like he's just ready to go. He can run away, and he'll just flop around. But anyway, let me just turn his head to the camera, which I can do because, well, of the thing I did to attach it. Now, I'm gonna give a little. In this video, I'm gonna talk about this guy, of course. But also the fact that, how I actually did it. Which is not going to be through video. Well, in certain things, I'm going to show, the materials that I used to actually make the body and attach everything. But here's the dealio. So basically, what happened is, for a while, even in my last video, which is also happened to be this guy related, my good guy. And that video was about how the phone's holding up, and I can say, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched that video, it's not holding up at all. But anyway, my dream good guy, ever since when I was 9 years old, the first time I ever watched Child's Play, the very first one, I always wanted a good guy. Well, it was kind of I enjoyed the movie. I surprisingly didn't get scared at 9 years old. I was very hard to get scared. But basically, what happened is, it was kind of a suppressed memory. Well, I barely remembered it, and then I rewatch it, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is awesome. But it's been a dream to own a good guy, and then Tots Trick or Treat Studios announced that they were making a good guy, and, well, they did it. They made it, and I had it. I got it. I even did a review. Don't watch that review, because it's old and it sucks. But anyway. Back to the point. Basically, what happened is, I got the doll, but, also, at that moment, my dream came true, but it wasn't quite finished. Because my full dream is a good guy doll. That was more of, a good guy, I don't know what you call it, but it had, an armature that made it posable. But my dream is a full-on ragdoll. And now it's come true. Seriously, you should have seen me yesterday. Actually, the day before yesterday, I just built the body, no limbs apart, and I just put on the clothes, and I was just squealing with this happiness. Seriously, it was just amazing. That was my dream. Not even the head, not even the hands. It was just the body and the shoes, and it came true. That is how much. And then the next day, I was working because also there was a bit too much stuffing. It made it very poof. You can even show, in the next photos, you're going to see, you're going to actually see what I mean. You're going to see, the first photos you see, where it's headless, no hands at all. It's very poof. So wait, what is, oh, okay. Sorry, I just got a message. Anyway, so, as I was saying, basically, it was awesome. This is my true dream, to own a good guy doll that is raggedy, like I've said before. And now it's full on come true. But what I'm going to show now is, how I made it. This video is about my completely modded good guy doll by me and everything. Also, oh, damn it, of course, it got loose. Well, also, one thing I've been having trouble with is these things, it's been getting loose, it's supposed to be, up here, but it just gets completely loose, so I need to fix that. I'll fix that right now. Alright, and now it's all fixed, as you can see, well, one thing is specifically fixed. Also, also look, the lights came on. How about that? So yeah, so these little thingies, that basically what happened is they were completely down, so I rolled them up and made sure they were. Also, the stock, when like it first comes the good guy, they're always like this high. They're supposed to be here. Anyway, also another thing you probably know is they're clickety. So they're gonna probably clickety clack a lot, and you don't actually hear that in the movie. And don't worry, I'm not gonna it wasn't like that in the movie, so yeah. Don't worry, I'm not that type of a nerd. I'm not very nitpicky. Well, in certain aspects. But basically, here's the dealio. So in the movie, you didn't hear it clicking because, well, actually, in the movie, the shoes that they used were actually made of rubber. So that's one thing. And some Garrett Zima, who's known for making good guys, and actually he helped making the tots good guy, although he's one of the types of people that also uses a very cheap phone, which, but his good guys are very good. But anyway, he has a screen used good guy from Child's Play 2, which is my personal favorite, and as you can see, that the shoes are actually very squishy, which is why you didn't hear it clicking in the movie, which you can see right now. And that's the video. So yeah, as you can see, that's a good guy. You don't see the face, but if you follow Garrett Zima on Instagram, or if you search him up and don't follow him, I'm not telling you what to do. But basically, if you look, you can actually see that, well, he has a good guy from Child's Play 2. You can see the face, and he completely restored it, because before it was completely the paint, it was just completely everything was wiped off. Basically, it still had the skin, the original skin, but it was all black. It was completely, so he had to restore it and had help with one of his friends. So we did some videos, and one of them was just showing the shoes and showing it how it's squishy. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, also I'm just gonna grab my friend, a little friend here, a little friend till the end. Check here. I could seriously this is truly a dream come true. Really, you can just I just love that, the whole floopiness, one thing that I love to do is, I can hold him and he just flops around while I walk, that's what I honestly really love about him. And now, what we're going to do, I'm going to grab the camera and then I'm going to, show around the room, is what I used to actually make the body and everything, and also, after that, I'm actually going to show my process through photos, because I didn't record me making it, but I took photos of each individual thing I did, although in the very last steps I kind of slacked off in doing it, but then, well, I can show it to you, I can just undress him, and I'm also, somewhere in this video I'm actually going to undress Chucky, yeah, I know, don't worry, he doesn't have anything, but anyway, why would I make that joke? That is just such a strange joke to make. That was me. Anyway, so basically I'm just gonna undress him and show the body, show what I did. And also, if you're wondering how actually he's holding even the hands, through zip ties, black zip ties. And I actually have had, even today, I have used multiple zip ties, because sometimes what I use is actually a baby onesie. It's a onesie for a baby. And basically what happened is, well, I just used that, put it on top a little bit, and zip tied it. But it'll go through a little more detail through this section of photos and each individual thing, detail I did. Also, don't worry, it's not going to be silent. I'm going to do a voiceover of okay, now I did this, that, and that, and then I just had fun with it. I'm just going to narrate what I did. So yeah, but first I'm going to show you all the things you're going to need. And also, the remains of the original body. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's get to it now. Great, and now we are filming. Why does that look green? That is so weird. It looks so weird. It looks green. That's weird. Anyway, so number one thing. If you're planning to make your Tots Good Guy doll, also look at that. Look at how adorable that is. I mean, look at it. Also, now we can take a little in-depth look of how awesome, like, I love my doll way more. Like, it was a dream come true when I first got it, but wow, just like making it a ragdoll is just like fully complete for me. Also, I love the socks, like the way it came out. But yeah, like seriously, I'm just so happy with the way. One little annoying thing is like before, like in my last video, yeah, the hair can get a bit annoying to fix up. Like the gel, it's not gonna look good. It needs to kind of get messy sometimes. But this is just like one touch, whew, boom, messed up. Get a brush. But honestly, it's not that bad. And it's not like a big complaint. That's just a nitpick. It's not even a complaint. So yeah, but overall, I'm just really happy with the way it came out. This is truly my dream come true. This is one of my dreams. Like, owning a good guy doll that is a full-on ragdoll. Oh, crap. Although the head is a bit big, so it's a little top-heavy, so that's one thing. Anyway, back to the materials. So, number one. The number one thing you're going to need is a onesie. A onesie for a 6 to 12-month-old baby. And I bought 3, which now I can't refund them because, well, COVID and it doesn't take returns. And god damn it, anyway. But yeah, but basically I got 3 of them just to test out. This is a 6-month-old, which is definitely way too small. I just thought, hey, might as well have multiple test dummies. And then this, which is actually very nice and it's velvety, so that's one thing. Which I actually did stuff with stuffing. I did actually try it on Chucky, but it just didn't look that good. The only reason is because the arms look a little bit longer than this guy. But honestly, now it looks good. Like before, it was just the body. Like when I was testing out the body, there were no attachments, but the arms actually kind of make it a little heavier and stretch out the arms a little bit. Before, like it couldn't even really go forward without looking unnatural. But yeah. But this is like another one, which is another 12-month-old. It actually has a bit of a hoodie, so that's one thing. But this is not the one I went with. But it's still good. You can still use it for like a tots good guy, probably. And now, number 2. The number 2 thing you need for your tots good guy is stuffing, and lots of it. I got 2 different types of stuffing. One like where it's multiple tiny little pieces, and one where it's one big piece, but now it's all ripped up because I've like stuffed it up, but then I actually had to remove a little bit to make it look a little more natural, like in the arms, like you'll see in a little bit. Like when I go even more thorough of how I made my doll, you'll see how fat the arms actually looked. But still, right now, as of right now, I love the way it looks right now. So yeah, but anyway, the next thing you're gonna need which are actually right over here. Let me just grab them and move them from my bed. Okay. Number 3, zip ties. You're going to need lots of them. You're going to need a lot of zip ties. That is what you're going to need. Also, why are there screws in here? Weird. But anyway, this is the zip ties I use. Twist tail, cables. It's in Spanish because I live in Mexico. But yeah. Anyway, so okay, going to go over it one more time. You need, okay, it worked for me best, but you need a 12-month-old. You could have a 6 to 12-month-old baby onesie. I went with a 12-month-old, which works perfectly. That's the one I chose. This is a 6-month-old, which is a bit too small, so don't go with that. Anyway, back to it. So, that was a mouthful. Anyway, number 1, a onesie that is 12 months old. So more like this one, a 12-month-old baby onesie that will work for you. Number 2, stuffing. And I went with 2 types of stuffing. One where it's one big piece, and 2 that. So it's your decision. I use a little bit of both, but then in the end, I use a lot more of that. Also, I recommend using all that all the way in when you're stuffing the feet, because so it's like hard so the shoes don't just slip off. Because I didn't put enough stuffing and the shoe just basically like flew off. So you're definitely going to need to put a lot of stuffing in here, otherwise your shoes are just going to fly off. So yeah. And third but not least, and last but not least, you're going to need zip ties. That's exactly what you're going to need. So really, it's only 3 materials, and that's about it. Now, for the also like I'm just gonna show up since we're all close. This is how I did. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. All right, I'm just gonna cut back in here just 1 sec. Okay, I did it. Phew. All right. So basically, I just rolled up the sleeve. So you're gonna make sure you want the baby onesie. Also, like I actually completely removed the hands, but also there's a bit of the armature right here, like it's a square. You'll see in the future photos if you're staying all the way till the end, which thank you for that. Anyway, so basically you got to make sure you got the onesie, not just like, otherwise it's just going to fall off, because I've actually had multiple times where the hands have fallen off because I didn't tighten it onto the onesie a little bit. So you got to make sure that the onesie is here and also there, which you can see, like it's full on. Before it was just, here's the onesie, there's the zip tie, but there's nothing here to actually secure it. It's good enough, but it'll eventually fall off if you touch it too much. So make sure you got to do that, which honestly is kind of a no-brainer. It's just that I'm a bit of a dum-dum. So yeah, that's basically it. Also, one thing that can get a bit annoying is on the bottom, there's like the tip where you cut it. Also, you can actually easily cut these off. You just have to cut this. So don't worry, it won't. You can remove it. It's not going to stay like that forever in case you want to go back. But I don't think I'll be able to go back. Yeah, that's what's remaining. These are all the pieces. Wait, where's the other? Oh, there it is. It's right behind. There's the other part of the arm. So yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to go back. But yeah, honestly, I don't want to, because this is truly my dream doll for me. So yeah. But anyway, so basically what I had to do is, you're wondering, hey, where's the top? Well, it's right there, because that's how I needed to put on the doll. Because, well, so I didn't exactly know how to attach the head to the actual doll, like the body. I tried zip ties, but the zip ties were too small. But then I had the idea, what if I just cut this part of the body and just reattach it? Because actually, it's not, I thought it was like glued on, which honestly I was confused, but no, it's actually the head is attached to the armature, which is this little dealio, which are, again, made out of actually made out of hip replacements. So that's another thing. But anyway, so basically, there's a tiny bit of the armature, but it's just like this, and actually there's a tiny bit of the arm armature, arm armature. That's fun to say, arm armature. Anyway, so basically, what you got to do is there's a tiny bit of the arm armature poking out on each side, a little more on this side, but it's not that bad. And there's just a little tiny armature in the bit, like you can't bend it, because you never even could when you had it, like you can never crotch, but now it just crotches naturally. So yeah, so all this and that are stuffing, but this right here is the original body. So I used the little original body so I could connect the head. So yeah, so that's pretty much all you're going to need, and basically that's all it was. I want to keep these because memories. So yeah. So I'm repeating one last time before I go into full length of how I actually made everything, because I think I've been pretty clear now, but I'm going to show a visual aid instead of just saying, oh, I did this, I did that, I did it. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to go. There's only 3 main things you're going to need if you want one of these. Actually 4 things technically. But, okay, number 1, a 12-month-old baby onesie. Number 2, 2 bags of stuffing, one like where it's like multiple tiny little pieces, and one that's a big chunk that you can rip apart, which honestly you could probably go with that, just one, but that's how I did it, and it worked great for me. And number 3, you're going to need zip ties. I probably recommend white zip ties, but these are the only zip ties I had, so yeah. Work with what you got. So basically, yeah, so that's all you need. And of course, if you're watching this video and you don't have, okay, I think it's pretty obvious, of course, you're going to need, for the clothes, shoes, head, hands, and everything, you're going to need the Trick or Treat Studios Good Guy, which honestly is kind of like, no doy. But I mean, there are some people who might actually like need to be every individual very specific. So yeah, so number 1, Tots Good Guy, 12-month-old baby onesie, stuffing, and zip ties. Also scissors, like very tough scissors too, I guess. But yeah, so in total, I guess you need 5 things. So that's pretty much what you need to get that. So yeah, so now let's get into each individual detail of how I made this marvelous little dream come true. So let's get to it. Okay, so now what you're going to do is basically you just choose the body, and then, well, you fill it up with the stuffing. That's what you do. And just test it out, put on the shoes, everything. Then, of course, you put on the clothes just to test it out a little bit and do that, basically. So, and also then, well, what you do is, then, of course, you do a small little test and all that. Like, I was just having fun at this point. And then right after, well, you can see in just a little bit, you'll see. And now this is the part where basically I just had fun with it and I was able to balance it. So that's one thing I did. Like, I just took some photos in the mirror. And yeah, also as you can see, the straps, like it's two-sided, not like crossed over, kind of resembling how it looked in Cult of Chucky. Well, Curse and Cult. But then like shortly after I fixed it to the swatch, it also shows a little more of the top half in the front, that too. And here's what I was talking about. The arms just look way too fat. It just looked really ridiculous. It did not look good. But yeah, but then the next day, like, of course, I just take some photos, and this was the big day. This is the day I had the courage, and here it is. I removed the hands very carefully, like, well, it was forcefully, and you can see I actually kind of tore the foam, but that was no biggie because, wow, what I did after, yeah, I ripped off the foam, because then I realized, oh, I actually going to need that so I can zip tie it, so that's what I'm going to need, so I just ripped off that part, and then what I did next is I ripped off a little more, and then you can see there's, of course, the armature inside, and it's just kind of like a pop-off thing, so, but what I did is basically I had to kind of bend it all the way to a point till it pops off, and then I have each individual little thing in this one photo. And also, as you can see, I'm wearing gloves. The reason is because there was a lot of like foam little things, and here's a photo, of course, of the hand where I reattached it, which was actually quite easy. It was a little difficult at first, which that sentence does not make any sense at all, but basically I eventually reattached it, and it was pretty easy. You had to put some effort into it, but it was good. So yeah. And then basically, and then this is the other hand where I just cut off the foam. Just that easy. Like, boom, just did it. And then after that, basically what I did is, like the other hand, I took it off. And there we go. And then we have a pair. And that's what we did. So yeah, well, that's what I did. So yeah, basically that's that. And then I decided to reattach, actually, the foam because it's going to be a lot easier. And basically what I did is, I used tape because one tiny little piece of the foam, what happened is it actually tore in half and it wasn't on one big circle piece. But then, like, I just used some sketch tape? No, I don't think. Masking tape. And then that's what I did. And then I just put it on the hand to test it out and see how it was. And it worked pretty good, like, without even the zip tie. And then, of course, I attached the zip tie. And, well, it looked good. It looked really good. And then I did a little test, like, to make sure it wouldn't fall off. And it looked great. And then here's the photo of the actual, body of it sitting down. It looks a lot better, also because I actually removed a lot of the stuffing before I did all this. And then came the big moment. The moment where I removed the head. And that, it was scary. I did not have the courage. I was only expecting to do a test on the body. But then I fully committed, and I took the head off. And as you can see, here's me with the head. And then here's another one, with me and the body in the head. And then I just had some fun. Since the head was disconnected, I just put it next to the body. And what I did is there was foam to the little joint where you had to connect it to the body. So I just used a bit of a knife, and then I kind of scraped it off. I didn't do such good to show in video, but basically that's what I did. I just scraped it, and then it became smooth again, which, all the tiny little bits came off, and you can see all that, so yeah. And then the next step, so I could actually attach it, because, the zip ties was not working to attach the body to the head. I mean, the head to the body. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to put it back in the original body, so I decided to cut the whole body in half. I just cut it, I cut the exact half, and then you cut off the arms too, and then I just reattached the head to the body, because the armature is still there, and that's how it connects to the body, and everything's cool. And that's basically the whole finished product. So that's the whole process of how I did it, and how my dream has come true. It's brilliant. Like, I honestly, my dream has truly come true, and I'm just overall really happy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah. Also, one last thing I forgot to mention is you will be needing a Steel Wool 500. Why? Because, well, one thing is that actually, some people have been getting their good guys, and there's just these weird random marks. And here's before, obviously, and then boom, you got after. Immediately clears it. And this was recommended to me by Chucky of Remart. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but this dude is one awesome. Is so awesome because he is actually the one who helped me make my good guy. Like, he was the one how I discovered how to make the body. It was thanks to him. So I just want to thank him very, very, very much. And here's his Instagram, so go follow him. And here's the photo that started it all. It was suggested to me in my recommended page on Instagram, and then I couldn't help but message him because it was his perfect timing. And isn't he a little adorable fella? So yeah, honestly, so go follow him, go give him a little follow, and it's all thanks to him that my dream has come true. So if he's watching this, if Chucky of Remart. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I am so very sorry. But basically, I just want to say, if you are watching this, thank you very much. You've made my dream come true. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So yeah. And now, to the outro. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's how I built it, and those last steps I just added right now. So yeah, honestly, so that's all you're gonna need to actually make, well, your very own ragdoll good guy. Which honestly, like, I bet like a lot of people, and heck, even before I actually have even uploaded this video, I posted some photos, and one person mostly asked me, hey, how did you do that? Could you tell me him? And I know it's kind of a cheap move, but I said, yeah, of course, but actually, I'm gonna upload a video so you can see that too. It was like, cool. So, yeah, I know, kind of like self-promoting, I know, but yeah, that's pretty much how I made my dream come true, and each individual step. I hope this was helpful to you, and if you fully make your own ragdoll good guy, heck, you could probably even use these steps as like a spirit, good guy, like a spirit Halloween good guy. I bet. Heck, I even have a friend of mine who actually owns one. So hey, maybe if he decides to turn it a ragdoll, hey, hopefully, if you're watching this, hopefully this might work for you. But I bet you could do these steps to many other things. All you need, like I've said, you're gonna probably need about 6 things in total. Number 1, the onesie. Number 2, the zip ties, and what else? Oh, no. Number 1, the onesie. Number 2, you're going to need stuffing. Number 3, zip ties. Number 4, well, it's kind of a no-brainer, but you're going to need some sort of a good guy. And then number 6 is the steel wool, 500. I think that's what it was called. But basically, that's all you're going to need to get this. But also, like, this is the thing, like, if you look here, you can see that there's like random marks. Hopefully you could see it good in camera. But basically, like, if you want to wipe that off, you're going to need the steel wool. And if you're fine with it and you've hit it good, you don't really need it, but it's just one of the steps. So yeah, that's pretty much how I've made my dream come true, my full-on rag good guy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. And while I've been filming, I've also been editing this video too, so that's one thing. But I can say that I hope you enjoyed, and if you're watching all the way till now, thank you very much. That is very much appreciated. And I enjoyed this very much, and I'm pretty proud of the result, how this video came out. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.